Hello and welcome to the first JV4NM Top 10, and in this Top 10 I'm going to be talking about the worst boss battles I've ever played in a game. Now, a lot of them are going to be quite controversial since most of them are from really great games, bar a couple. So, let's go on with the video and I hope you enjoy this. 10. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is a fantastic game. Just when it comes to the boss design of the sand ship, it kind of falls below its standards. The whole game is fun and has one of the best innovations in the whole series. Even this dungeon is the best dungeon in the game and probably one of the best in the entire series. Yet the boss, oh god, it's horrible. You shoot in the eye with the bow repeatedly, much like Gohma and much like other bosses of the series. Not an innovation. You slash your tentacles loads of times to weaken it. Not that great, it's just boring and a hard piece of work. You do that, the whole boss, that's it. The entire boss design is horrible. It looks like something, I don't even know, it's got boobs. Seriously, why? It's just not a good boss, and I don't really think Nintendo should have put it in the game. 9. Armor Gohma, the boss of the Temple of Time from Zelda Twilight Princess. What is it? It's basically the same as Tantalus, but worse. Now, imagine Tantalus was a spider. You shoot it in the eye, and then knock it with its own weapon. That's what you do 4 times, and then the eye comes out and turns out to be a mini spider. What do you do then? Well, while ridiculous music plays in the background, you run around like an idiot slashing its back. It's terrible, and it makes the whole dungeon seem like a joke. But the good thing though is that the dungeon itself is quite bad, and added up with a horrible boss makes quite a horrible section of the game. 8. The Last Story is my favourite game of all time. The graphics are great, the gameplay is brilliant, and the music is amazing. But there is couple of bad things about it. For example, Shade, a boss towards the end of the game, is a nightmare. He takes ages to defeat. Since he calls loads of enemies, you have to defeat them, stun him, hurt him. But then he regains his health. And if you don't do it quick enough, he can regain his health fully. And it's just a really hard boss, and it kind of put me off that part of the game. The rest of the game, however, is fantastic. Bar one thing, and I'll get to that later. 7. Super Mario Sunshine is sometimes referred to as the black sheep of the 3D Mario games. But in my opinion, I think it's a great game, bar 1 point, and that's the final boss and the level preceding it. The level is extremely difficult and makes for a really bad difficulty spike, as soon as you touch the lava, you're dead. You can't control the boat properly, and the way the fight against Bowser is even worse. It's not even a proper fight. All you do is run around the side and ground pound the edges. But what's hard is as soon as you ground pound it, it collapses and you have to quickly make your way back to the main platform. Now, it's just a bit of a chore and it's really annoying. And especially with that preceding level, it kind of makes you hate that whole ending part of the game. And I know this is not one of the main reasons people don't like this game, but the rest of the game is great, bar this 1 point. 6. I recently bought Bayonetta on the PlayStation Store, and I'm loving what I've played of it so far. It's a fun game which is fast, and the combos you can pull off are amazing. The only problem I have with it is some of the bosses are really difficult, and when playing in normal mode, it's too hard, but when playing in easy mode, it's too easy. And this is one problem that I had with the second fight against Jeanne. Now, her boss fight in normal mode, I couldn't avoid her attacks, as I couldn't tell which attacks were coming next, and when I attacked her, she would always counter. Yet in easy mode, I found it really easy to defeat her in like 10 seconds. Now, this is the one problem I'm having with the game so far, is that it's too hard and normal, but too easy. And this boss fight, I just really hated it when playing it in normal mode. 5. Now, as I mentioned before, there is one more bad thing about The Last Story, and that's Nebulous. It's a vampire sort of boss, which you fight twice in the game. Now, when you fight it the first time, it's in the middle of a mansion, and you have to shoot a silver arrow at it to weaken it, and then go and attack it. Now, the one really bad thing is it runs away really quickly, and you can't really stop it. And if it sees you going the other way, he'll turn around and run backwards. That's what I really hated about this boss. It took me over an hour on this one boss. And I really was quite good at this game as well. But just Nebulous, it just really annoyed me. The way it runs so quickly and you can't even attack it. Even if you command the rest of your team to run around that way, the other way around to catch it, it won't work. All you have to do is keep chasing it, slow it down, attack it, and then just wait. And that's all you do in this boss for 1 hour it took me. And that's why it is placed wherever it's placed on this top 10 list. It's so annoying and it gets me angry. 4. Now, I I love GoldenEye 64. It's probably my favourite shooting game of all time. And with Eurocom's recent GoldenEye 007 Reloaded remake, they did a lot of things right, but they also did a lot of things wrong. And one of the really bad things they did was the Trevelyan boss fight at the very end of the game. Now, it's really difficult no matter what difficulty you're playing in, as you're in a small room, you're just shooting randomly at him, and he just keeps running away. Then once his health is halfway down, loads of enemies come in and a helicopter, and you kind of have to keep it becomes more of a turn-based shooting battle rather than an all-out just firefight. You have to hide behind cover, shoot him, hide, shoot him, hide, shoot him, hide, shoot him, hide. It's just a repeat, and it just takes long, and it's really not a fun boss fight, and it's really difficult.
3. Time for you to disappear!
I think everyone should have seen this coming. Of course, as if you've watched my Sonic 06 review, I kind of enjoyed the game, mainly due to the glitches making it more fun. But, as I even said in that review, one of the bad things about it was the silver boss fight. It's no use, really, it really is. But basically, you just run towards him, he'll pick you up and throw him. But in this game footage I found, this person who's playing is really good. And, well, it doesn't really prove my point, but if you've seen any other footage, you'll know how bad this boss fight is. You run towards him, it really is no use, there's no point trying to get away, because once he gets you, you're dead completely. He'll throw you against an invisible wall, and he'll run towards you while you're flying, and pick you up again, and just keep throwing you, and then you're dead. And it's mainly due to glitches that makes this a bad boss fight, but if you can get hold of it, you can do a couple of good glitches and make him explore the rest of Soleanna, and that makes it more of a fun boss fight.
2.
Now, I've never been a fan of the Assassin's Creed series. I just find it really boring, repetitive, and just overall crap. But when I saw the trailer for Assassin's Creed 3, I thought it looked quite good, and when I picked up the game, I really enjoyed it. However, I was thinking that the ending would be really epic, and hopefully have an epic war scene. But no, not only is there no good epic war scene, there's not even a proper boss. All you do is chase after Charles Lee, and then kill him in a cutscene. Seriously, you kill him in a cutscene. What's fun about that? It kind of kills the whole ending of the game. Literally, kills it. It's just, why would you want to kill the main enemy in a cutscene? You don't do anything. You just sit there, you watch Connor and Charles sit down at a bar, and he stabs him. It's not good, it's not a good ending to the story, and it's really killed the ending of the game for me.
1.
Yep, I know what you're thinking. The top worst boss battle of all time is featured in Dishonored, one of the greatest games of all time. And I'm not kidding about this. If you play through the game at low chaos and don't kill anyone, and you get to the final level in low chaos, go to Martin Havelock at the very end and try to steal the key. The game sets you up for an epic fight with awesome music playing, and he starts trying to shoot at you and slash at you. Now, what I found really bad is one single shot from a gun will kill him, and it kind of kills that whole boss fight. If it was really epic with that epic music playing and was really long, it would be cool. But because it's so short and one hit kills him with a bullet or a couple of slashes from a sword, it really kills it. And since it's the final boss of the game, I thought it was a horrible way to end that game in low chaos and a really bad boss fight. Seriously though, just listen to that music. So it's really epic, and they had to just make it so easy.
Bitter, Pierre. Dejected. Samuel, a useless old man, hungry for purpose. Couldn't be with us today. This is all Martin's fault. Rick, did you think I'd fight you, Corvo? Sorry to disappoint. This is yours. The key to Emily's cell. She'll be glad to see you.
So, there we have it, the top 10 worst boss fights of all time, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm hoping to do lots more top 10s in the future. For example, like top 10 best games ever, top 10 worst games, blah blah blah, etc. Now, if you want any specific videos, just let me know in the comments or message me, and I'll try to get around to doing that. And if you have any ideas of future videos you'd like me to do, just let me know, and I'm sure I'll be happy to do them. So once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.